Hello friends, welcome back to our health channel. Today I want to begin with a simple but urgent question. Have you ever finished a long day of work, realized you only drank 1 or 2 small cups of water and thought, I'm fine. I don't feel thirsty. Many of us over 40, especially here in the United States and Canada, live busy lives, filled with work, family, and responsibilities. It feels harmless to go through the day with just coffee in the morning, maybe a soda with lunch and then a glass of wine at night. But the truth is this: everyday habit can silently damage one of the most important organs in your body, your kidneys. Most people think kidney disease only comes from serious conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. And while that's partly true, what's even more dangerous are the small, repeated choices we make every single day. These choices slowly push our kidneys beyond their limits, often without any pain or early warning signs. By the time the symptoms show up, the damage is already serious. So in this video, we'll go step by step through the habits that quietly wear down your kidneys. More importantly, we'll talk about what you can do, starting today, to protect yourself and the people you love. Stay tuned, follow this channel, and let's share these insights together, because preventing kidney decline is always better than trying to fix it after it's too late. Let's start with the most common and most underestimated habit: not drinking enough water. Think about a typical day. You wake up, grab your coffee, maybe a quick breakfast, then head out. Hours pass, meetings pile up, or maybe you're taking care of the house and the family. Suddenly it's afternoon and you realize you haven't had a single glass of plain water. This might sound familiar, and many people over 40 fall into this routine. The problem is that your kidneys don't take a break just because you're busy. They're constantly filtering waste toxins and extra fluid from your blood 24 hours a day. Without enough water, that filtering process slows down and becomes strained. The mechanism: when you're dehydrated, your urine becomes darker and more concentrated. This means waste products and minerals in the urine have less liquid to dilute them. Over time, these concentrated minerals can crystallize, forming kidney stones. For anyone who has ever experienced a kidney stone, you know the pain is almost unbearable. Sharp stabbing pain in the lower back or side, sometimes accompanied by nausea. And it all starts from something as simple as not drinking enough water. The hidden risk: dehydration doesn't just cause kidney stones. Chronic low water intake can gradually reduce kidney function. It forces the kidneys to work harder to push out toxins, which in the long run may lead to chronic kidney disease. For people in North America, especially those who enjoy coffee, sodas, or alcohol, the problem is even worse, because many of these drinks are diuretics, meaning they actually make you lose more fluid through urine. So even if you're drinking a lot of beverages, your kidneys might still be suffering from a lack of real hydration. The signs: if you notice you rarely feel thirsty, have dry mouth, dizziness when standing up, or darker urine, those are warning signs that your body is running on a water deficit. Many people above 40 ignore these signs, thinking it's just aging, but in reality, it's a call from your kidneys for help. What you can do: set a daily goal. Most adults should aim for 6-8 cups, around 1.52 liters of water a day. Adjust based on your body size and activity level. Asterisk. Spread it out. Don't chug all at once. Drink small amounts regularly through the day to keep your kidneys flushed. Asterisk. Replace, don't just add. Try swapping that extra soda or third cup of coffee for a glass of water. Asterisk. Use reminders. Carry a water bottle with markings, set phone alerts, or link drinking water with routines like always having a glass when you sit down at your desk. Quick summary: not drinking enough water leads to concentrated urine, to kidney stones, to long-term kidney damage. The fix is simple, consistent hydration with plain water. So before we move to the next damaging habit, take a moment to ask yourself, how many glasses of water have you had today? If the answer is less than 3 by this point in your day, it's time to refill that glass and start protecting your kidneys right now. Now that we've talked about dehydration, let's move on to another silent but extremely common enemy of your kidneys: processed foods. If you live in the United States or Canada, processed and packaged foods are everywhere, From quick frozen dinners to canned soups, from salty snacks to fast food drive-thrus, it's part of the culture of convenience. Many people over 40 rely on these foods because they're easy, cheap, and fast, especially when balancing busy work schedules and family responsibilities. But what most people don't realize is that every bite of these highly processed meals comes at a cost to your kidneys. Why are processed foods dangerous? The first and biggest reason is the amount of sodium. Salt is used not only for flavor, but as a preservative to keep food shelf-stable. A single can of soup can contain over 900 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly half of the daily limit recommended for older adults in just one bowl. And let's be honest, most people don't stop at one serving. When you consistently eat high-sodium foods, your body retains water, your blood pressure rises, and your kidneys are forced to work overtime to filter the excess. Over the years, this constant strain damages the delicate blood vessels in the kidneys, leading to chronic kidney disease. This is one of the main reasons why high blood pressure is the second leading cause of kidney failure in North America. But sodium isn't the only problem. Processed foods are loaded with additives and preservatives like phosphates, nitrates, and artificial flavors. While these chemicals make food look appealing and last longer on the shelf, they create extra toxins for your kidneys to process. For example, phosphate additives are commonly found in deli meats, cheese spreads, and packaged baked goods. Studies have shown that high phosphate levels are linked to faster decline in kidney function, especially in older adults. Another hidden danger is unhealthy fats. Many processed foods are fried in oils that have been reused multiple times, creating trans fats. These fats not only increase the risk of heart disease, but also harm the blood vessels that supply the kidneys. Remember, healthy kidneys depend on strong circulation. When your arteries are clogged or inflamed from years of eating fried snacks and fast food, your kidneys are one of the first organs to pay the price. Now let's connect this to daily life. Imagine this. It's late evening, you're tired after a long day, and the easiest option is to pop a frozen pizza in the oven or grab a burger on the way home. You tell yourself, it's just this once. But when just once becomes 3 or 4 nights a week, the salt, preservatives, and fats start stacking up silently in your body. The problem isn't one meal, it's the repeated long-term pattern. So what can you do? The good news is, small adjustments can make a big difference. Asterisk. Start by reading labels. If a single serving has more than 20% of your daily sodium, put it back on the shelf. Asterisk. Choose fresh or minimally processed foods whenever possible. Think fruits, vegetables, lean meats, and whole grains. Asterisk. Cook at home more often. Not only do you control the ingredients, but you can season with herbs and spices instead of relying on salt. Asterisk. If you must buy packaged foods, rinse canned beans and vegetables under water before cooking. This simple step can remove up to 40% of the sodium. Asterisk. And one more tip, avoid processed meats like bacon, sausages, and hot dogs. They're among the worst offenders, loaded with sodium nitrates and phosphates. For people over 40, these changes aren't just about kidneys. They also lower the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even certain cancers. But the kidney connection is especially important because once kidney function is lost, it rarely comes back. Let's summarize quickly. Eating too many processed foods means more salt, more additives, and more unhealthy fats. All of these add up to increased blood pressure, clogged arteries, and overloaded kidneys. The solution isn't complicated, it's about making gradual, smarter choices. Replace a salty snack with fresh fruit. Swap the frozen meal for a quick stir-fry at home, and cut down on processed meats. So the next time you're walking down the grocery store aisle, pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I choosing convenience today at the cost of my kidney health tomorrow? It's a powerful question, and your answer could mean years of healthier living with kidneys that keep working strong long into the future. After discussing dehydration and processed foods, let's move to another dangerous habit that often hides in plain sight: the overuse of painkillers and antibiotics. This is especially relevant for people over 40 inches North America, because aches, pains, and recurring infections become more common with age. It feels natural to reach for a pill when your back hurts, your joints ache, or when you get a cold that won't go away. Pharmacies in the United States and Canada are filled with over-the-counter options: ibuprofen, naproxen, acetaminophen, and more. These drugs are easy to buy, affordable, and effective in the short term. But when used too often or without proper medical guidance, they slowly damage your kidneys. Why do painkillers harm the kidneys? The kidneys rely on a steady flow of blood to filter waste. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs like ibuprofen or naproxen, work by reducing inflammation and blocking pain signals, but they also narrow the blood vessels leading to the kidneys. This reduces blood flow, forcing the kidneys to function under stress. With occasional use, your body recovers. But with daily or frequent use, sometimes even just a few pills a week over several years, the damage adds up. The tiny filtering units inside your kidneys, called nephrons, start to scar and weaken. The hidden risk of acetaminophen. Many people think acetaminophen Tylenol is safe because it doesn't belong to the NSAID group. While it's easier on the stomach, long-term high doses can still cause kidney stress, especially when combined with alcohol. For people who regularly take acetaminophen for headaches or arthritis, pain, the risk is real, even if it doesn't feel obvious. Antibiotics and kidney stress. Another overlooked danger is antibiotics. While they are life-saving when truly needed, antibiotics, such as aminoglycosides and certain cephalosporins, are known to be nephrotoxic. That means toxic to the kidneys. Overuse of antibiotics doesn't just create resistant bacteria. It also places unnecessary strain on kidney function. In North America, where antibiotics are often prescribed just in case or demanded by patients for mild infections, the potential harm is magnified. Let's imagine a common scenario. You wake up with joint stiffness or lower back pain. Instead of stretching or adjusting your routine, you take an ibuprofen. The pain goes away, so you repeat the next day and the next. After months or years of this cycle, you may not feel anything unusual until one day your doctor says your kidney function numbers are declining. By then, the injury has been accumulating silently, and the recovery is difficult, if not impossible. Who is most at risk times? Adults over 40 with high blood pressure or diabetes. Asterisk. People who already take other medications that affect the kidneys. Asterisk. Anyone with a history of kidney disease in the family. Asterisk. Older adults who take multiple drugs daily because drug interactions amplify the stress. What can you do instead? Thankfully, there are safer habits and alternatives. Times. Use medication only when necessary. Don't treat pills like vitamins. If the pain is mild, try natural relief first. Heat packs, gentle stretching, or rest. Asterisk. Always follow dosage instructions. More does not mean better. Doubling the dose only doubles the harm. Asterisk. Check with your doctor, especially if you take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes. Combining them with NSAIDs without guidance can be dangerous. Asterisk. Monitor your kidney health. Ask for regular blood and urine tests during checkups, especially if you rely on painkillers. Asterisk. Explore long-term solutions. Instead of masking pain with pills, work on the root cause: physical therapy for joint issues, weight management, or better sleep for chronic headaches. For antibiotics, the golden rule is simple: never demand them unless truly necessary. If your doctor prescribes them, ask, is this really needed? Is there a safer alternative? And once prescribed, follow the course exactly as directed. Don't stop early, don't save leftovers, and don't share with family. Quick summary: painkillers and antibiotics are powerful tools, but when misused, they turn into silent threats. They reduce blood flow, scar kidney tissues, and create hidden stress that shows up only years later. The solution is moderation, medical guidance, and awareness. So the next time you feel tempted to pop a pill for every ache, pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I treating the symptom while quietly hurting my kidneys? That moment of reflection could be the difference between years of healthy living and an early decline in kidney function. We've already talked about dehydration, processed foods, and the hidden risks of medications. Now let's shine a light on a habit that feels almost harmless at first, but quietly wears down your kidneys day after day: staying up late and living under constant stress. For many people over 40 inches North America, this is a daily reality. You finish work, help the family, clean up the house, maybe watch the news or scroll through your phone. Before you know it, it's already midnight. You tell yourself, it's okay, I can function on 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Add to that the stress of paying bills, health worries, or looking after aging parents, and your body never really gets the chance to reset. It might seem like just part of modern life, but your kidneys pay the price. Why does lack of sleep harm the kidneys? The kidneys, like the rest of your organs, follow a circadian rhythm, a natural clock that regulates blood pressure, hormone release, and fluid balance. When you constantly stay up late, that rhythm is disrupted. Instead of resting during the night, your kidneys remain under strain, filtering toxins without the proper downtime they need. Over months and years, this disruption accelerates kidney wear and tear. Studies have shown that people who consistently sleep fewer than 6 hours a night are more likely to develop reduced kidney function. And this risk is even higher for those who already have high blood pressure or diabetes, two conditions that are common among adults over 40 inches, the US and Canada. And then there's stress. Stress triggers your body to release cortisol and adrenaline, the fight or flight hormones. While these chemicals are helpful in short bursts, like if you're running late or reacting to danger, chronic stress keeps them circulating in your system. High levels of stress hormones cause blood vessels to constrict, raising blood pressure. Elevated blood pressure, in turn, damages the delicate blood vessels in your kidneys. It's a vicious cycle. Stress raises blood pressure, which harms the kidneys, and weakened kidneys struggle to regulate blood pressure, making the problem even worse. Think about this scenario after a stressful day. You stay up late, binge watching a television series, or scrolling on your phone to relax. But instead of relaxing, the blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone, making it even harder to fall asleep. You wake up the next morning groggy, your blood pressure is higher, and your kidneys are forced to work harder while you run on empty energy. It becomes a loop that silently chips away at your health. So what can you do to break the cycle? The first step is recognizing that sleep and stress management are not luxuries. They're essential for kidney health. Asterisk. Prioritize sleep hygiene. Aim for 7-8 hours of sleep each night. Set a consistent bedtime and wake-up time even on weekends. Asterisk. Create a wind-down routine. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed. Replace scrolling with a calming activity, reading, gentle stretching, or listening to soft music. Asterisk. Manage stress proactively. Try deep breathing exercises, meditation, or even short daily walks. These activities lower cortisol and help blood vessels relax, giving your kidneys a break. Asterisk. Stay connected. Emotional stress is often worse when you feel alone. Talking with friends, family, or joining a support group can ease the burden. In Canada and the US, community centers and online groups for adults over 40 are widely available and can provide valuable support. Asterisk. Watch caffeine and alcohol. Many people use coffee or alcohol to cope with stress and fatigue, but both interfere with sleep quality and add more strain to the kidneys. Replace that late-night glass of wine with herbal tea, or swap the third cup of coffee for water in the afternoon. The quick summary is simple. Sleep is when your kidneys reset and recover. Stress is the invisible force that pushes your blood pressure up and together. Lack of sleep plus constant stress form a double blow that speeds up kidney decline. So tonight, instead of staying up past midnight, ask yourself, is this extra hour on my phone worth the years I might be losing on my kidney health? That question may sound tough, but it's one worth asking, because protecting your kidneys doesn't just mean living longer, it means living better, with more energy and fewer complications as you age. We've reached the end of today's journey, and it's time to bring all the pieces together. Over the past few minutes, we've looked at 4 everyday habits that quietly harm your kidneys: not drinking enough water, eating too many processed foods, relying too heavily on painkillers or antibiotics, and living with constant late nights and stress. Each habit might seem small on its own, but when repeated day after day, year after year, the damage builds silently. And the most frightening part is that your kidneys rarely send clear warning signals until the damage is already advanced. Think back on what we discussed. Dehydration doesn't just make you thirsty, it thickens your urine and sets the stage for kidney stones and long-term decline. Processed foods aren't just convenient, they're packed with sodium additives and unhealthy fats that raise your blood pressure and overload your filtering system. Painkillers and antibiotics aren't just temporary relief. They can narrow blood vessels, scar kidney tissue, and reduce your kidney's ability to recover. And finally, lack of sleep and chronic stress aren't just lifestyle issues. They trigger hormonal imbalances and blood pressure spikes that push your kidneys past their limits. The good news is that you don't need to change your life overnight. Protecting your kidneys is about consistent, mindful choices. Drink water throughout the day. Choose fresh meals more often. Use medications wisely with medical guidance. And give your body the rest it deserves. Small steps repeated daily create powerful protection. For those of you in your 40 seconds, 50 seconds, or beyond, this message is especially important. In the United States and Canada, kidney disease is on the rise, but much of it is preventable. By paying attention now, you can avoid years of dialysis, hospital visits, or the fear of kidney failure. More importantly, you can continue to live with energy independence and peace of mind. So, as we close, I want to leave you with a simple question. Which of these 4 habits will you work on changing today? Maybe you'll start by carrying a water bottle, cooking one more meal at home, or turning off your phone an hour earlier tonight. Whatever step you take, it's a step toward protecting your kidneys and your future. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your family and friends, because kidney health is something everyone should protect. And don't forget to follow our channel for more practical, science-based health insights. Together we can build healthier habits, stronger kidneys, and a longer, fuller life.